Ai, ai, bora abrir o guinchinho.
Time to go.
De 2 dias ainda. Misericórdia. É, como é que tá? 67 de resina.
Paimon feels like a still spending time. The Koholosaurs are. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so yelling at some kids who got caught throwing.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch. Fresh fish is absolutely delicious right off the grill.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight
And Kachina?
Kachina. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so
That's a relief.
exactly.
Alright, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there.
Mualani. Like, think about, not that
At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't, but through our long 500 years ago, the Abyss, that's right. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and here, even so, our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun. It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal, and we now believe the Abyss has invaded the night.
And that's how it became so dangerous.
Yes, and that's what. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been success. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought.
You must have had to sacrifice
Every battle, every responsibility, duty, but I believe we will be to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations. It's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know. We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. This is not...
Capítulo 5, ato 2. Mas não falta muito aqui, não. Esse postar tudo aqui pra gastar resina. Tá, peraí.
The campaign begins.
Vou colocar um healer.
Gonna be epic. Everybody stand back! Witness the power of God.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate.
Illusion shattered.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
There is no escape.
Let me weave you a verse. Let's light it up! Know my sword! Off we go!
Propagate! Germinate!
Ah, carrega logo aí. Esqueci de botar eletro.
Shine down.
Propagate!
Now you shall perish.
Agora eu fiz merda pra caramba. Nossa. Eu bagrei.
Escape.
Ah! Errei de novo.
Illusion shattered.
Não pode ser tão ruim assim num jogo.
There is no escape.
O Shogun tá com dengue também, não tá recarregando nada. Ô, porcaria de novo.
Illusion shattered.
Agora vai. Essa mulher demora 10 anos pra carregar esse E dela aqui.
No escape.
Ah, finalmente, finalmente. Ok, ok, tá legal, tá legal. Deixa eu ver o que vai vir. Cadê o artefato? Sua defesa. Ah, não dá não. Esse jogo aqui não. O verdadeiro gacha desse jogo tá aí. Acho que eu vou ter que achar um time melhor pra matar esse bicho, velho. O jogo é muito ruim. Ou sei lá o que aconteceu com esse Shogun aqui. Tá. Não tô entendendo o que tá acontecendo de errado. Não faz sentido. Eu vou botar. Cadê?
I'll take good care of
Royal.
everyone.
E. Vou botar cookie.
What they do this time?
Galinha.
Got it. I'll start my warm-up routine.
Enquanto tá o galinha. Tá legal, tá legal.
Dang, I bet water costs an arm and a leg around here. Good thing I brought my own.
Esse bicho aqui é bem chatinho de matar mesmo. Eu pelo menos não achei um time pra matar ele bem rápido. Porque tem aquele rolê, tu tem que usar dendro no time, mas ele é imune a dendro.
Our bond is strong.
Mas ficou horrível.
Mighty mythical beast!
Pega fogo, rapaz.
Lightning terrified.
Up to it, Manzai!
Vamos. Vamos, gaminho. Boa.
Scatter!
Stay put. Go away. Stand with me.
Ixi, nem vi que eu ganhei. Ah, mais um tirinho, mais um tirinho. Tirinho no banner. Receba. Vamos ver. Ah, tá. Legal. Mais um tiro no banner. Mais um tirinho. Oxi, peraí, que bicho é esse? Que drops aqui? Vermes de areia. Meu amigo. Nada a ver esse drop aqui, hein? Moleque de monte de estágio. E aqui não veio nada. Voltamos à programação normal. Pegando um pouquinho de água. Bebam água. Agora bora pra missão, né? Deixa eu ver o que eu vou usar aqui. Vou botar 2 ânimo aqui só pra correr mais rápido.
Ready for anything.
Bem que ainda tem 80 resina pra gastar. Missão tem vermelho. Deixa eu ver se tem algum lugar de talento aqui pra upar. Cadê? Ah, tem que matar uns slime. Verdade, escaramuche. Tá esquecendo já. Não sei o que eu vou usar aqui. Eu vou de
Just
estímulo
what did we
aqui.
come across this?
Básico.
Body and mind.
Pelo que eu vim sem recarga nenhuma, hein? Além desse chefe aqui não é difícil também, né?
Get with me. I'll settle this. Don't be scared. Don't get it, Wheelgrey.
Fiz a rotação tudo errada, mas beleza.
Propagate! My command, you shall fall!
O bichinho foi lá embaixo. Essa parte que eu não faço ideia como é que mata ele.
I am the all-knowing God.
Que é isso? 3 não. Calma aí, paizão.
Burn to oblivion!
Our bond is strong. Let me read you a verse.
Não.
Scatter! Spring forth!
Ele é assim mesmo. Tô nem aí.
Don't be scared.
Reality is pain!
Pô, o bichinho tá dando 49 de dano. Que é isso, jogo?
Rain outlines your fate.
Destrói esse motor, jogo. Eu vou destruir esse trem. É. Esse caso aqui é só choro, né? Tem que fazer tutorial desse boss aqui, porque eu não sei como luta com ele. Ai, ô louco, não. Matou a Cook. Esse.
Time to act. Good. Body and mind.
Desviou. Ah, maninha, ó.
Don't be scared.
Propagate!
Time to know my sword. Ring cutter.
Stay put.
Burn to oblivion!
Homem. Ah, agora é só voltar aos afazeres normais.
Whoa, this place is.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it.
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Eita, vazou, tá vazando.
Some tricks up his sleeve, by the way.
De contrário, isso aqui.
Just as strong as Kachina made it.
Pronto.
Hey, look! Is it about to.
That's right. So come on, let's find a spot. Let's go somewhere.
Warriors of Net, we are those who grew alongst those who forged our own destiny, and that is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Ah, legal, esqueci de abrir no modo de administrador, agora vai ter que ficar assim mesmo. Percebi isso tarde demais. Vai sem filtro mesmo. Tá muito alto aqui. Tá.
I
Rapaz.
could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
Usually, once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon
Que
and resurrected
pouco.
person will emerge from the
Perderam a
flames.
menina.
What's going on? This has never happened.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team said, think about it. The ode rekindles all victory. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced.
Maybe you did. But who's to say whether that little girl even contributed? Why would the YAB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes
Ó,
of them.
filha.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation
That's true. If she wasn't revived, maybe the YAB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not.
No! She's been waiting no matter how daunting the situation. No matter how... We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to...
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero, however. The failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest to prevent further casualties. I have decided...
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even... But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth. Not a way... If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my...
No,
Even though I have said nothing to change your...
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question.
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry that...
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth... So...
Of course I'll join...
In that case, come see me in the...
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you... Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony.
Did she just...
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's...
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina, there's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's until we find and address the
And that means Kachina won't be...
That's correct. Not in...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the abyss. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step, sit peacefully and wait for her return, lose ourselves in grief over her death.
That's not fair.
It's all right. I understand your rage. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that, but please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of
You mean...
the Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against the Abyss. if we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with—
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be— Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my— The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand—
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike Kenichi, I dare say it's not a simple case.
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't—
You're saying it does—
Yes. What happened to Kachina break—
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer, and the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules
Esse close aí em jogo.
it's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the— Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be— I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get—
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way,
I've considered that, but the two events, without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of
So, essentially, the Abyss is taking Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of Layla. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. I won't sugarcoat it.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems, you can focus all your efforts on dealing with—
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her.
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her during our campaign. But I can make it up to her now.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you, and the Masters of the Night Wind have a technique that can— If we can find Kachina's ancient name, then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in
But isn't the Night King—
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However, know that the Night King—
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So,
Lolly of the Masters of the Night. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the—
That was the artifact I delivered to the—
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever. Besides, you're the— Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been— Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a—
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. It embodies fond memories and—
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a—
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire.
You're right. Even now, the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public— But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. They're still awake.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our hero...
But that can only last so long.
Don't let desperation cloud. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do...
Even so, for you to make
If not me, then who? I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
Rapaz. Parece que o bagulho vai ficar longo.
The Archon of Natlan.
Rapaz.
A force to be
O
reckoned
homem chegou.
The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
Esse capitão magrelinho aí é intancável, hein? Nossa, o bichinho tá raquítico.
End of your speech? Good. People like us? Let our blades do the talking!
Só pipoco. O bicho spawnou uns 300 facas de gelo, hein? Isso. Virou Jotaro versus Jill. Ih, lá não é que acertou o cara.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Ixi. O capitão não tancou.
Are you alright,
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the...
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how much does he know about Natlan?
The Harbingers are all driven, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatu.
No. We're running. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the top. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Inimigos.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very valuable turn of events. When we exchanged final blows, I sensed. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in it. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll...
Okay, let's just keep climbing.
Vai ter que escalar. Ai, ai, ai.
Our bond is strong.
What can you tell us about the scions of the canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then.
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The scions of the canopy are a bunch of thrill seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sideline.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasant...
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina...
Rescuer? From the night?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell... The nature of battle is unpredictable.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina. But
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks.
If you're that determined, far be...
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from...
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. So she's famous throughout... Her younger sister Quichi's always had...
Oh, you have a younger
Yes. But let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a rip in that sense. The stone.
We couldn't do that or...
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama. Oh, he's got a keen eye and a well-honed...
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find...
Ever since Malco passed.
Thank you.
Good luck. I hope
Someone admiring this. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? No, if you really...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachi...
Your friend? Oh,
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the abyss will...
wow, you got all.
I just picked up on the base. I'll go find an open area.
We'll go right away. What do you...
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around.
Wait, are you saying you're going to...
By creating something tangible in our world...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... Normally, you can only get obsidian...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's... Oh, and you can...
What do you think, Chaska?
There.
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set up...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight. Hang on, Kachina.
Que bagulho esquisito. Tá. Saudade do design simples.
Hello. Do you...
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your... Oh, the whole deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drop...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to...
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Obsidiana, Minecraft.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's going
I know, it's just...
A história do Obsidiana tá meio XD, né?
sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! think...
If you hadn't shown up, these... Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in Pat. Malco was an amazing... 5 years ago, they both went on the eve of battle. The Abyss...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Vichama didn't argue. It's just... Vichama went into a deep depression after that. Oh, you're not wrong. I've tried convincing him the Abyss has caused so... Anyway...
É engraçado essa musiquinha feliz. Ah, mas ia pau. Cadê caixinha? Não é Nanina, não.
I'll take good care.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find... Go ahead. After Malco fell, if I had been there, I've always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archon said all...
There might not be much hope. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Body in mind.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Mais inimigo? Mais inimigo? Não.
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The Abyss is corroding his body. Vichama.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Trevor.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
Ah, foi.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him?
We can't wait any longer.
Hope I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold.
In that case, we get back.
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now?
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolence.
Huh? What's that in your hand?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Mel, not enough to swing a sword, but to save. I never thought I'd actually. Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing it, but...
A deeper...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that, for all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know, at the end of his life...
Vichama...
I'm fine. Actually, when you asked for my help, I hesitated too. But I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, if I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have... There are critical junctures in life. That's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the Traveler possesses power... Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your... Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Oh, and apologize for destroying the spirits.
A pedrinha foi dias.
Koichi, are you really...
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to...
Honestly, it's just... They're back.
Koichi? What are you doing here?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know My apologies, everyone. I just need...
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the... That strength of will pushed her to survive.
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it would...
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop.
Oh, I get it.
For your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. Because by the time you're my age, you couldn't attempt. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end, nobody wants to sit back.
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have one.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom.
Well, technically I am.
Again with the We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3, but a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not—
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on—
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from—
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up?
Oh,
This is important. If you—
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics.
All right, whatever.
What do you mean, anything else?
Time out. Is
Chaska, does it sound like I'm—
Then you need to know something.
But the person you become when you lose control, that's also not who—
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as
Ja,
good
goed
as their
zitten.
life. If I want to live—
I've also told you that managing your condition—
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So, you're really
Then support me. I'll be...
So, that's it.
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say that.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremony.
If only Tone-Deaf Bard was here.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Still, Seat Lale's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
Ja, Paisley Porch.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly
The Fatui again? We can't go.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but still, all you need to do is focus on your goal.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions. Now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
E o Kinich sumiu, né?
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye.
Whoa. It looks like there are items from every tribe.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts, and physical items do a far better job of... Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item,
Alright, we'll have a look. This is Atea's...
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already.
There are so many jars.
No, those belong to the master. Yamaya is an expert in this. The tools you see here are quite... The contents of the jars aren't all that special.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably
Make sure to handle.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head.
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions, and the association with strength might also have... And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy. He would often wear this version when...
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time.
The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my collection?
Yeah, if each item does every item hold a
That's right. The items in my collection they demonstrate the true shape of...
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past, but there's also a different theory, one that I believe...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation... Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions. And
Vai,
eventually
muitas filosofias, né?
destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by...
That does kinda make sense.
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often, while the Pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars, only by uniting the people of Natlan across to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can... That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to namely, a framework, through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, in addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant...
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our
Your sister is so cute! Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person. It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't...
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry!
No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me one time, we didn't close the door securely, and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sisters, I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation and experience.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty
I believe she ended up working as an architect and Anyway, that's enough about me. Now place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through ancient name.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things in my...
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyup... I was waiting for the Wyup to send me back, but then the Wyup saved me. Even though its power is weakening, the Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's... I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do...
I'm really still... I don't want you to put your...
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal...
I know. I'm prepared.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. That face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
Body and mind. Body and mind.
Teclando, Hydro e Pyro.
The campaign
Fui pro National então.
So we're underneath Natlan?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced... Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait! You mean like the Elemental Sovereign?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been abandoned.
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle after
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be...
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter, let's light it up.
Energia, que legal, hein?
Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape. I'm going in. Let me weave you a verse.
Isso, agora um Pokémon de água.
The place we need to go seems really high up.
Witness the power. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Rain outlines your fate. Teamwork is dreamwork.
You're intelligent.
Off we go.
Race you.
Let me weave you a verse. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Inazuma shines eternal. Everybody stand. Rain cutter. Shine down. This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance.
Yes.
We actually... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself. to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the... It looks so... That overflow of energy is probably what trapped...
From this point forward, everything we know about the
Paimon's more worth...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real world not... If this was the real world, we'd have to climb...
That's it? Right.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in...
The terrain looks...
Yeah, these floating black...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama. Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was seeking me out. I'm sorry I can only appear before...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the spirit speaker stood, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have...
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regret...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. That may not... You're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her while I'm... Be careful. This place has been...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power... Be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Off we go!
Bicho muito maluco.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Nice and spicy.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that? What? Never mind. It was...
Don't scare Paimon.
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
Achamos ela.
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of...
Good idea. Let's go.
Let's light it up!
Aí.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. The YF's power helped keep me.
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I can't. That was the Pyro Archon.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing. You can think of them like the bot. There are countless proxies, but if a proxy were to become.
Judging by the current situation, still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer.
I agree. We might getting rid of the monster might slow down.
Kachina? What's
Nothing. Just a. Maybe we really should leave. No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll leave.
Listen to me, Kachina. Well, you don't have anything to prove either.
All right. The sooner we get.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that I don't have much time left. So go.
Thank you for it.
You're a true hero. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Time to act.
YF, I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you. YF.
So we were right. The contamination is already too. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Ah não, esse cara de novo não. Ai, ai. Mais um.
But it turns out that is the tragedy of your ancient names. Pride. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. I'm right here.
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone.
You're right. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. The power lies not, but in our commitment to uphold it.
Well said.
Joia.
Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you.
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we...
Right here.
Aí, prisão. Esqueci como é que joga esse boneco. Corre.
Need a circle right here. Shabam! Yeah.
Eu some.
We won! We actually won! That's what he gets for fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so unbelievably happy. I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable. Huh? My ancient name is glowing? But I thought I didn't.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that does.
Wait, does that?
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As it took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us. Only then will we. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought a.
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and as long as blood still runs through your veins. Even the its blaze will become one, even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
Thank you.
What's wrong? So many memories. So that's what happened. What do you mean? Did you 500 years ago? They foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't. I know bits and pieces, but I had. This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explain. Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice.
Great. Well then, I was going to ask what. I'll keep searching.
You are all.
Huh?
You are all your ancient name. Focus on the story of your ancient. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move and go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I thank you for encouraging Kachina. Whoa! What's going on? An Earth? We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to.
Eita mula.
Basilio!
Corre.
The opening in the sky! It's closing! We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here! Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on,
Sim.
we'll never make it!
Tipo.
You've done well. Now come home.
Rolou.
We're back! The Pyro Arc.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say?
She's still in the speaker's chamber.
So you're saying her
Every great display of power. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon.
I recommend getting a full checkup. Just to make...
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned some...
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate... body and mind.
Nossa.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi...
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon... Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon...
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play...
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to... I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our...
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to our looming destruction is not a recent development.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. And even then, it took centuries of solving the disaster. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was... But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our civilization was dying. If we didn't bring the nation back together, the Archon had a long and involved...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered it since the plan was mentioned in those memories. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me...
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro...
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome... A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild. The goal was to reunite the people. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the Chosen would then stand by my side and...
So that means... I'm one of...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 5 after your adventure in the Night Kingdom. I trust you've come to fully—
So in other words, you—
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed— The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss, if we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer must establish a greater connection. So, I've tried my best to— Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than—
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan. That's also why I haven't been able to take—
But if you knew this whole time—
Perhaps, but the opposite could also— Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope you're—
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes—
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will— I can only trust it. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right!
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take— In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here help—
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending— On their own, each item's power is limited. But by burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within— It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted.
But weren't they all precious? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the—
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was— Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan—
Even when you put it that—
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the back. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture—
Well, we'd still—
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the and we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Try not to let it get to you. It's important— All right. You should head out.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to— They attract people. The people of the springs have never— It's been really nice seeing the children. I've witnessed their energy. Even when they cause trouble, I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our name civilization is engulfed in dark. The abyss is a cunning and my rage will never know absolution. But you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about—
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything we can to rebuild even across time.
Yeah, Mom's right. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us—
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight.
Who?
We are the those who grew alongside, those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the—
Well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty—
Maybe it seemed unreasonable. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses.
So what you're saying is—
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I want.
But do you really have to go that—
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. I appreciate the understanding. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their— In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done. Thank you, everyone.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you. You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person. I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't, I swear. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do?
But the fact of the matter is, I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all.
So, what about you guys? Did you make...
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all.
Alright. There's no need to be like that, Uncle dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great... This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the they've agreed to let me... And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Dayan-san. They all helped the traveler and Paimon. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it...
To be honest, well, you better get used to it. Hey, please don't...
Ah, you're here. How did you know? You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because the thought of telling them, you could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, I couldn't make them Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait.
Yes, it was. So, from what I've been able to piece together, I can... She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up... This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already... The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear.
Yeah, doesn't that mean...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, even if the future ends in destruction. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never... This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's one further. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey.
Ancient names can be...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs.
Yeah, we can't just...
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but...
My lord, we've received word that although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, you don't have much time.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may to you.
Acabou. 500 geminhas. É, feito. Oxi. Ela vai uma coroa aqui nesse treco agora? Caramba. Não mexeu não, né? Uma partidinha foi legal. Não vou negar, não foi tão bom, mas foi legalzinho. Agora deixa eu ver. Cadê? Poxa, eu tô com 2 milhões já? 3. 3. É, tô com 2 milhões. Formar hoje. Aí o bagulho de deixar guardado. 3. Vou guardar mais um. O que mais tem? Tem eventinho, né?
Time to act.
Let's hope you put up a good fight. Let's finish this next time.
Mas tem mais um disso, mas cadê? O bicho está na parede. Como assim? Contemplação colorida. Ah, é pra ganhar o bolinho aqui pra upar a arma. Essa arminha aqui é bem ruimzinha. 7 artefato é o quê? Oh, mas 7 artefato. Ah, tá.
Time to act.
Eita, já completei também.
Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind.
Whoa! I... Onward and upward! Onward and upward!
Aqui mesmo?
Just sharpen my spear.
Let's do this then!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness
Nice and spicy.
Out of the way!
torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Adventures. Body and mind. I hope we find long-lost ancient literature.
Em garra suculenta. Ué.
Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you over. Nice and spicy. Eat this!
Prepare yourself.
Torn to oblivion. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's know my sword. Rain cutter.
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Off we go.
Agoba, get them!
Ganhar o último jogo.
Everybody stand back. Shine down.
You're toast!
Time to act. Illusion shattered. Witness the power. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light
At the frying pan,
Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down. Everybody stand back. Rain outlines your fate. Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
Come on, show me your courage.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
you're toast!
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered. Rain cutter. Everybody stand back. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Rain outlines your fate.
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Ah, morreu. Ué. Hum.
Teamwork is dreamwork. There is no escape. Even better than I imagined.
Eu vou fazer o que se o bicho morreu fácil?
Know my sword. Witness the power. I'm going in. You're toast. Nice and spicy. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. I always bounce back. Just right hand into the fire. Ring cutter. Everybody stand back. Get them. Eat this. There is no escape. Now you shall perish.
Não tancou. Não tancou. Ok. R1. Cadê a arma? Eu acho que é isso por hoje.